What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is New England Gauntlet, and if you guys are new to this channel, please feel free to leave a like and that subscribe button down below if you're 30. Tonight is the final game of week 3, on Thursday night will be the start of week 4. But before we do that, I will be recording. I will be simulating the Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens for the final final game of week 3. And it's gonna be a very fun game as we got Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. And also they got like Derrick Henry and like a bunch of other absolute studs. And the Lions also got a lot of studs as well, including Ian Hutchinson. So, yeah, this is going to be a really awesome game. And if you guys are excited about this game, just hit the like button and subscribe. It's completely free. And, yeah, it'll be a part of the best, the best community on YouTube. So, yeah, if you're new here, welcome aboard. And, also, let me know in the chat or the comments down below who you guys got me in this game and your score predictions. And, yeah. And we're going to jump right into the simulation. So, let's do this. Alright. Yes.
Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
first carry now for David Montgomery. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Deontay Hardy deep for Baltimore. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to. But a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Jackson options out left. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Here's 2nd and 7. Off the option, here's Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's got the first down and then some. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
First and goal from the 3. Henry will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar from a yard out. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped by the touchdown pass to Nelson Aguilar. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Goff on first down. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, Goff. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. St. Brown in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a first down throw, gone. That's complete to Laporta. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. And occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, now you get some of those big shots downfield.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he is going to have a Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
2nd and 10. Complete to Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, snap to the 11.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Goff. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Badgley's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Henry out of the pistol. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes a little tread left on the tires.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. On the option right is Jackson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
2nd and 9. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Third and 12. Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. John Kaminsky in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On first down, it's gone. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Adafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
That's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Gone. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd, gone. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The quick feet by Jackson. And shutting him off, now open field. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Draw play, this is Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Third down and 10. Now it's Jackson. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Jordan Stout now. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, he'll throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. BK. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating, and it allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit when they decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. That's multiple times now. He's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly himself.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see him play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They go play action with Jackson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no win, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, gone. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, man. They'll put a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is gone. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Able to get to it. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Here's Jack Fox now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Jackson. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Jackson running again. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the 1st half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down and 3. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down and he gives himself up there at the end. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
From the gun, Jackson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
On 1st down, gone. Open man right side to St. Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff now looking to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Again, Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Goff now looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Badgley able to punch this one through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson going to hold on to it again. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Jackson to throw. Now, a good throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. St. Brown in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. There's Goff. He finds his man complete. That's Gibbs. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's gone. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Goff now to throw. For Kidder here, it's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Goff throwing again. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To the air again, Goff. Throws out left, it's caught by Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Goff. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing again is Goff. They'll find Williams on the slant. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
The football, and the Ravens have got it.
But give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact, the turnover ensues. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start with a give to Henry, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usually the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Henry's got it out on the left side. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Goff. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10. Goff. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Trenton Simpson able to drop it that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Adafe always so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays and resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Khalif Raymond, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions are back within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Goff looking to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Justice Hill to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Ravens ready to take over. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. In motion, Aguilar. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose. Got a little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd down and 6 now. Jackson options out left, and maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback, and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Now it's Jackson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Fielded just inside the 20. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. That is caught by Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the 50, it's Goff. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An out cut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now 2nd and 3. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush just tee off on your quarterback makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On second down, here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete. A pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Montgomery is in for a Lions touchdown.
Sometimes offensive, you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Back now in Baltimore. And we've got a dandy here. 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Now 2nd and 9. Running left, it's Henry. There he goes, left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, definitely sees some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On second down, here's Mitchell. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, they really need to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 9. To throw is Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 28. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson options out left. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
In search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, Jackson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This for a 4th quarter lead. Tucker's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it, and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Tucker Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Detroit getting set to go now. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is gone. He's airing it out for Williams. That is knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. After the interception, here's Jackson. A slant route caught by Bateman. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. Jackson to Bateman there. 1st down, Ravens.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
In motion left, Bateman. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
To throw again is Jackson. slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Third and 3. Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Well, another fine run right there from Lamar Jackson and CD. That one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? Well, Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in the season as the top running backs in the league.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jackson going to keep it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, he had success earlier in the drive, keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall over the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Here's Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Tucker with the extra point. That makes this a 9-point game. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense set to take over. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff now looks to throw. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Khalif Raymond. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jackson options out left. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Jackson going to run again. Oh, now he's strapped. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery gets unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. It might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Off the option, here's Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Henry up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Now Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. Yeah, they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting into midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Honestly, a pretty fun game tonight. As Baltimore Ravens defeat the Detroit Tigers at 27-25. Now we're gonna look at the player stats real quick. All right. So Jared Goff went 31 for 42 with 447 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and only 1 interception. And his longest passing of the night was from 75 yards. Meanwhile, Lamar Jackson went 22 for 26 with 204 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions. And his longest pass of the night was from 44 yards. David Montgomery had 15 carries for 20 yards, and his longest and a touchdown. And his longest run of the night was from 6 yards. For catching, Khalif Raymond had 2 catches for 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. And his longest catch of the night was from 75 yards. Patrick Ricard had only 1 catch for 7 yards and a touchdown. Nelson Aguilar had 7 catches for 58 yards and a touchdown, and his longest catch of the night was from 18 yards. And Zay Flowers had 3 catches for 37 yards and a touchdown, and his longest catch of the night was from 17 yards. For blocking, Taylor Decker allowed a sack, Graham Glasgow allowed a sack, Patrick McCarty allowed a sack, and Panay Sewell allowed a sack. Trenton Simpson had 2 sacks. Justin Madubwiki had a sack. John Kaminsky had a sack. Broderick Washington had a sack. Odafe Awe had a sack, and Aiden Hutchinson had a sack. Alright, for kicking, Justin Tucker made 2 field goals, and his longest field goal was from 41 yards. And Michael Badgley also made 2 field goals, and his longest field goal was from 36 yards. For punting, Jordan Stout had 6 punts for 265 yards, and his longest punt of the night was from 53 yards. And Jack Fox had 5 punts for 223 yards, and his longest punt of the night was from 47 yards. For kick returns, Khalif Raymond had 3 returns for 78 yards, and his longest return of the night was from 28 yards. And Justice Hill had 6 returns for 147 yards, and his longest return of the night was from 28 yards. And for punt returns, Deontay Hardy had 2 returns for 7 yards, and his longest return of the night was from 4 yards. And Sione Vaki had 4 returns for 6 yards, and his longest return of the night was from 4 yards. And that is all the stats from this game. As I said, the Baltimore Ravens defeated the Detroit Tigers 27-25. And yep, that is all from this game. And for the next simulation, I'll see you guys on Thursday night for the Seahawks versus Cardinals game, I believe. I'll have to double check, actually. I'm pretty sure it is, but yes, sir. It'll be the Seahawks versus Cardinals game for Thursday Night Football. And that is pretty much where we'll wrap it up. So, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you guys made it to this video, make sure you guys leave a like, hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And with that, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the night and most of the rest of your week. And as always, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys on Thursday night. Let's go.